Blockchain comes down to this idea of truth. What does truth mean? How do you know if something is true or not? I know this is like a philosophical question. What is truth? Well, in terms of financial data, truth is derived by consensus, meaning if the majority of people agree on something, that's the truth. Okay? May not be the best definition of truth, but that is kind of the idea. The other thing when we talk about blockchains is truth is immutable. Immutable. Meaning it cannot change. Truth cannot change. So, as long as the majority of the class agrees on something, that is truth, and that cannot be altered without us easily finding out that it has been. Okay. Other benefits of blockchain. Okay, besides having consensus, we can scale it. Meaning I can use a blockchain for something as simple as, recording transactions with me and a few partners, or it can be used for cryptocurrency with everybody who wants to participate. And it is distributed, meaning that I have multiple people that are looking at my books. Just like segregation of duties, I have multiple people that are involved in the transaction or the recording of that transaction. So that increases the confidence or the trust that I have that that transaction took place. Okay. All right. Just some definitional terms here. There are two types of blockchains. We have public blockchains and we have private blockchains. Okay, public blockchains, these are things like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a public blockchain. Ethereum, Libra. Whereas a private blockchain is going to be used for a company's general ledger. So we think about this. Public, anybody can look at the ledger and see what transactions took place, which is really great for a decentralized currency, because then I can say, hey, you don't actually have money in your wallet because all these transactions say you have no money in your wallet. Whereas a private blockchain for a company, I don't want everybody to see my transactions. Like my economic activity is actually kind of private. I want my partners to see it, but I don't want my competitors to see it. I may not want the government to see it. Okay, so there are reasons why we would use one or the other. Okay, so with a public blockchain, we use something called a permissionless ledger. Meaning, again, anybody can access and add to the ledger if they want to. Whereas a permissioned ledger means that I'm only going to share this ledger with me and a couple trusted parties. Permissionless, anyone can join. Permissioned, only members or trusted third parties. So for example, a company may want to have a blockchain, a private blockchain, to record their business transactions and their contracts, but they'll share it with trusted third parties. Like, I don't know, I've got my company. I may share it with the auditors because they have to see the data anyways to vouch for the data. I may share it with a bank or an insurance company for the same reasons. So I only share it with these trusted individuals. There are fewer participants in this. But again, it's still more than one, more than just me saying, hey, here's my truth. It's like, no, all of us agree that this is what the balance of that account should be. All right, so we okay with that? Public, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, private, just me and my friends, making sure that we've got this blockchain going. In terms of different types of ledgers, there are a bunch of different terms in there. I'm not going to be quite as concerned that you know all of these specific ones, but I just want to make sure that you've got a feel for the different types of ledgers that you may encounter. We have distributed ledgers, which again are shared among different peers, whereas I have central ledgers, which are, I have one copy that's maintained. So think about distributed versus maintained. You've worked on group projects before, right? Have you ever had a group where like you keep emailing Word attachments or PowerPoint files to each other, and then you have to like reconcile them to figure out which one's the right one? That's like a distributed ledger. You want to make sure that everybody has a copy of it that is the same. A central ledger is like Google Docs, where you have one central document that everybody can edit, but that is like the one source of truth. So it's always correct and up to date. We don't have to distribute it and make sure that everybody has the same version. All right, some other ledgers here. Let me just make sure I got this here. Attestation versus agreement ledgers. Okay, so these just carry different types of data on them. Instead of transactions, these are attestations, meaning declarations of things that will be in the contract agreement. These are the agreement terms like smart contracts. And then we also have tokenless ledgers. Tokenless ledgers basically just take out the security measures from there. Again, don't worry too much about the different types of ledgers. Just be aware that there are multiple ways that we can record these. Just like having different kinds of books.